My son does identify as a cat, but I cannot take him to a vet because I tried that, and the veterinarian told me that because he has human anatomy, that he does not know how to work on him or diagnose him with anything, and he legally cannot. So, and while I do think that is a form of discrimination, because my son, if he says he's a cat, he is a cat, and he needs to be treated like that, like one, But I'm not going to press charges because I know that he could lose his license if he did work on my son. So I'm not gonna try to sue him or anything. So don't worry. But this is something that I want to raise awareness on, because I do think that people that identify as an animal should be able to go to the vet. That's the medical attention that they're wanting. And so I really do appreciate you asking this question. I think it's an important topic that we discuss, because if we don't, we're never going to make progress, and these people that identify as cats are going to have to continue going to human doctors, and I just don't think that that's fair.
Bonkway. About you, my people, is your fine boy, Urofot. I know you are very tired to hear a woman with what she talk that she feel like she's making sense. My child identifies as a cat.
It is smoky book.
And I took him to the vet. He was ill, and I took him to the vet, and he said he can't treat him because he has a human anatomy. First of all, I want to put this there. This is one of the reasons that Donald Trump won the U.S. election for me. Mahabasi, you can't tell me anything. Because I cannot understand how you will say a child wants to identify as a cat. Before I go on analyzing this thing, let us hear from Donald Trump when he was campaigning for this election. Watch this video.
Left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers, which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago.
Bonkway. You heard Donald Trump. Let me start by saying this. A lot of people, including myself, a lot of people don't like Donald Trump because of his perceived arrogance, his boldness, his ability to say anything anyhow he wants to say without caring about anybody, and sometimes the condescending way he might have treated women in the past. A lot of people don't like the person of Donald Trump because they feel he's someone that can be catastrophic if given power. But we cannot deny that Donald Trump's policies are good. His values are good. This video, let me go back to it, goes to point to the fact that this man is sound. Why should we be telling our children or giving them the notion that they are trapped in the wrong body? Why should we be pushing gender mutilation? Why should we be encouraging transgender? Before, we don't hear anything like what we are hearing now. We are hearing, I am a non binary. We are hearing, my child identified like a cat. When humans are born, their sex is assigned to them by God. But the thing that is happening now is coming from the US directly, where they are trying to force people to acclimatize and conform to these values that don't suit us. And how is that? We all know America is world power. One way or the other, most nations try to emulate what America is doing. So, does America have influence on the rest of the world? Oh, yes. America has influence on the rest of the world. Look at that woman now. I'll go back to that woman. You come and say your child wants to identify as a cat. Then the doctor say, I'm sorry, I can't treat him. I'm a veterinary doctor. I can't treat him because he has a human anatomy. And you say, I'm not going to press charges. Madam, press charges. If you press charges, is it going to burn?
It is smoky, boy.
Press charges because some people signed some useless law. Now, Donald Trump coming in is going to upturn all those nonsense laws. Look at the case of abortion. Look at the case of abortion. So many dragging on this case, and people are going back and forth. And Donald Trump is saying, I am a believer in God, and people should not be aborting children. That is also a dicey thing because some people give their mind saying, what if they were raped and what? And they don't want the child. But for you to now sign it officially that people can abort children when it's almost even the stage of giving birth to them, that's another conversation. What I'm trying to say is the reason Donald Trump won is because of his policies. I watched a video where somebody asked Donald Trump, the rate of inflation, the rate of food and everything is all-time high. What are you going to do? He said he's going to work on gas. That gas influences everything, production and how everything is run. That will further drive the price of other things down. Just as in Nigeria, we have petrol. If the petrol price keep going high, some things will be going high. That was a very smart answer. They asked Kamala Harris the same question in one place, and the lady was just migrimoy. Another reason why Donald Trump won is Donald Trump brought intellectually sound people, for example, Elon Musk, to come and defend him. But Kamala Harris is bringing Cardi B. Bringing Cardi B. Let me show you the video of Cardi B. Then we'll continue from there.
What's up, Milwaukee? How you guys doing? I'm nervous. I'm excited. What's up, y'all? One second, guys. 1 second. Okay. So I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment this whole life, my whole life. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here. Hold on. How you doing tonight? How you guys doing tonight? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to change these 4 years? No. Are we ready to change the next 8 years? Because we're going to make sure we have Kamala Harris in office for 8 years. Thank you. All right. Vice President Kamala Harris, thank you for having me. I do not take lightly the call to show up, the call to speak up, the call to deliver a message that's been on my heart for a hot.
Uncle, welcome back. You saw that video of Cardi B where she was trying to campaign. Mahabasi, that girl's head is empty like block. Pum, 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 pum. There's nothing inside. How will you want to run a presidential campaign and Cardi B is your candidate to come and talk to people? Number one, she is not even articulate. She cannot think of something that makes sense and say by herself. Her teleprompter was misbehaving that time. Oh. She was now shouting, I want patience, patience, come here, patience, come here. She was now saying, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Are you ready to do that? Then they now brought phone to her. That's when she now started reading verbatim. She said, I took my time to write it. Go be no there. You didn't write anything, I did. You don't have that type of sense. It is not just a gender war. The president of America is not a gender war because you people felt, oh, because Kamala Harris is a woman, we need to make her rule and all of that. Does she have the wherewithal to rule? You go and bring Cardi B. Cardi B that is always on the internet, swearing, talking anyhow, no values. Cardi B is who you want to come and sensitize the crowd to garner votes for you. You think it's sure we are doing here?
It is smoky, boy.
Precisely. If there was somebody stronger than Kamala Harris that they put against Donald Trump will not win with this landslide that he did. Because this one now that happened, you left people with no choice. To be very honest, you left people with no choice. How can you give us Donald Trump and Kamala Harris? It's a smooth sailing win for Donald Trump. I'm sure Donald Trump said it, that they just lost the election. When they declared that Kamala Harris is now the running candidate for Democrats, you see the moment that Biden was ill and he stepped down from the race, I was telling myself, these people should get somebody strong and stronger. But what did I see? Kamala Harris. What we are going to do is let us open our heart to Donald Trump. The point is, there is this disdain or dislike that we have for him because of his arrogance. Because he's someone that wants something and goes for it. But we cannot eschew the fact that the guy has sense. He has run his businesses and they've been successful. His even tenure at the last time, the one he did, it was not bad. And a lot of people don't like him because he's talking about, oh, deportation. He said illegal immigrants. But the mainstream will try to bamboozle you people to make him just a bad person. Why do you want to be in a country illegally? If you want to move to a country, move legally. So because that's not favoring you, you people are now saying, Donald Trump. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Donald Trump can do the work. Donald Trump can do the work. You see, we don't have sense. I'm talking about politics. I'm not trying to laugh here. It's a serious matter. How can we be entertaining things like transgender? Look at it, it's spreading now. The other one, I'm going to do a video about that one. Oh, the man that was pregnant. These are the things we'll be seeing. Before now, we don't used to see all this nonsense. Donald Trump won, and I'm very happy. Most Africans I know are happy. They are always trying to push this gender thing, this rubbish. What do I want to agenda to us? Even in Africa, they come and want to give us money or borrow us money and say we have to pass this bill and all of that. And our stupid leaders will go ahead and collect the money and say yes, they will pass the bill. Someone like Donald Trump, I mean, that man is straightforward. You know what he's doing. After the election, they won the election. You need to see praise and worship. in Donald Trump's camp. I don't want to be religious, but you have to choose somewhere. I saw a video where somebody was shouting, Jesus is Lord in Kamala Harris campaign. She said you are in the wrong place. Somebody is shouting Jesus is Lord. You say you are in the wrong place. These people, don't look at them that like with ordinary eye. They have agenda. Donald Trump has won, and these are the reasons we will not be able to see all this nonsense that we are seeing again. If that's the only thing he did, it's fine for me. Thank you. It's your guy, Urawu for Bankwem. Yeah. I think you have sat down now. I've either entertained you, or I've informed you, or I've just kept you company. Why don't you want to subscribe? This subscription you are holding and holding to yourself, they don't remove $1, they don't remove ₦1 inside. It's just a click, click, click. You subscribe. Help my ministry. Help me grow. What is it? Are you the weapon fashioned against me? Come on, subscribe. Thank you very much. Until next time, I remain your sexy boy, Uraufon. Thank you.